Welcome to the AlbionTV War Report, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is the 25th of January, 2022. I am your host, the Shozen One, and I am joined today by Robinhoodrs on the play-by-play and Bogul on the camera. We are currently on a 15-minute delay, so if you have reports of live action, please contact us in-game on our in-game names, the Shozen One and Robinhood GN. We were just on Syndic of CIR and PoE taking on, who were they taking on?
The Trap Alliance. We did
The
just
Trap
switch
Alliance.
on to Arcapeach.
We're heading over to Arcapeach. This is the previous Girls Alliance.
It is, yeah, a little bit of a switch up here. Balaella now joining under the umbrella once again. Fahrenheim, Balaella, and oh gosh, who's the Para? That's it.
The Noob Slayer Guild.
Yeah, and it looks like they are going up against the forces of PoE. We came in, we were on Syndic, but he did die a slow, painful death. But Arcapeach's group is getting clumped and dumped here. Nice enigmatic staffs, but it's not going to be enough. It looks, actually, it could be wrong. Oh, there we go. Finally, the next wave of DPS come raining down onto Arcapeach's grouping here. It's a very messy fight at the moment, and a lot of pressure getting applied to the backlines by melee DPS from PoE onto the backlines of Trap Alliance. Trap, though, looking for a return engagement here. We do have another massive group over on the eastern side of the map, and up on the northwest. I believe Para is holding northwest side at the moment. And it's just wave after wave after wave of people coming in. Cluster Q is activated here. Para, or the Trap Alliance, shall I say, sitting on a 54 disarray debuff.
Woo!
I believe numbers. PoE normally sit around the same, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say
we've seen them at 52, 47, in that range.
Yeah, so debuff, you know, probably going to be canceling each other out here in this battle in Rivercop's Fount. Looks like Arcapeach, though, has broken through this southwest side, clearing up Scoia'tael's defensive tanks, and it looks like they're going to get a full root group here, and now focus their attention back up onto the north side of the map, where I believe PoE is currently standing. This is an interesting one. I'm wondering why Trap decided to form up and go after PoE here. Obviously, we do not see DIOR in this region of the map today, so some things may have shifted.
They're over in Sunfang Down, actually.
Yeah, it's very.
I mean, it's not terribly far away from here.
Yeah, their territory hasn't been launched on. Normally Sunfang Wasteland is launched on by PoE, but it isn't today. They could be going for Sunfang Approach, expecting content there, as M3R has now joined under the umbrella of Wondun Alliance, and Wondun has been launched on by PoE 2 over in that region of Sunfang Approach.
Yeah, Russian Guild Grimside.
That grouping over there.
And actually, speaking of Wondun, I have an interview tomorrow with one of the greats. We'll be speaking with Angelique.
Oh, nice. Okay. Be interesting to hear what he has to say.
And then the following week, we will get a rebuttal from Del Negro. So we'll see how that goes. As they, you know, there's a little bit of conversation between those two. A lot of respect, but you know, differing opinions.
Not everyone has their own side of the story.
And I think that is the best for the the pushing for content. You need to have some kind of beef to get some good content. You can't just be like, hey buddy, what you doing this afternoon? You want to fight? Yeah, I'm willing to lose 100 mil. How about you? Cool, let's do.
Nice impersonations. I like it.
Yeah, it's the West Coast American guys.
One dominant here is he's in Everwinter Shores, dismounted outside the territory that's currently owned by Wars Alliance. It looks like Wars are fleeing as they notice Surf are zoning in here.
Yeah, I did see that Dominant was grouped up today with a significant force. Don't generally see that midweek at the 18 UTC time slot for Surf. So it'll be interesting to see what they're bringing today.
Yeah, so far only a level 36 disarray debuff. Wars have retreated into their hideout here in Everwinter Shores. So no content on them as of yet. Zero Rent, on the other hand, with official mantra, is getting into position. It seems like we do have a couple territory launches in the North region today, which we haven't really seen that often over like the last month or so, but things have been hotting up between the Wars Alliance and Zero Rent. Both sides picking up different allies in between. But I mean, it's been fun to watch Zero Rent come up from nothing to what they're currently doing. They do form up quite a nice size Zerg at the moment. They have been going up against foe forces of Surf and winning countless times. It's been real interesting to see how they've been performing as of late. Yes, Everwinter Shores, Everwinter Expanse, Timbertop Scarp, and Scuttlesink Pools are under attack up in the North region today. So that's going to be the main focus of their content. And then a little bit of sporadic content happening just over to the western side of the Purple Portal, the Thetford Portal in Widemore Delta, and Willowshade Hills, and Willowshade Mire. And the usual back and forth between Westwood Thicket with Arch and GDL. So, and then all the way down in the south, we got the normal content with PoE, the launches back and forth happening. People trying to find themselves some content. So we got content spread out across the whole entire 1800 time slot today. So hopefully we do get some decent fights once again. Just bouncing around, seeing what I can find.
Seeing a lot of people moving around, the people who are very interesting. I have finally found content. It's kind of light, but it is content. Over here on Lugsy, we do have, I believe, Make Albion Great Again with the SNIFF Alliance, fighting against VALON and Zorn.
Okay.
I mean, it so far it looks more of a mage raiding situation, but I'm starting to see more and more. Oh, I take that back. There's plenty of SNIFF. They're just real deep back in this. Maybe there is another force that's holding them off.
Let me look onto the western side. This is a level 7 tower. There's nothing over to the western side.
Yeah, nothing over on the west, just rats. And, I mean, we've seen the rats drawing more interest as of late. A lot of people shooting over at the rats, trying to get them to push off. Not a lot of rat death, but they're definitely making their presence felt as a distraction in these fights lately.
Indeed, and I mean, Lugsy and the boys, they don't need to rush anything here. This territory is under attack today, but is a level 7 tower. We have mages up, we have guards up. They got to take their time. We know how powerful the mages and guards can be in a situation like this. So VALON just taking their time, slowly edging their way in here. I'm surprised SNIFF are letting them just group up like this. Like, look how clumped Dawn are on this mage right now. Like, all it takes is a couple long-range DPS bombs over the wall, maybe a little wraparound coming in, and we're gonna find a couple people. Yeah, a lot of rats happening.
You have to be really careful when you clump up this hard in one of these territories. It can get out of hand very quickly, but it does look like VALON really trying to bring some good forces today. They got a couple of battle mounts, a couple of mammies on the field. Let's see if it works for them in their favor.
Yeah, this is right on top of their doorstep as well, so returning will be very quick, as they're only 2 maps away in Swift Sand Plain would be their main hideout zone. So even if they die, they can return pretty quickly to the battle. I expect this to be going on quite some time here, as this mage takes its time to go down. Obviously,
they're really working at a level 7.
Coming in.
It's pretty hard here.
There we go. That's all they had to do. That's SNIFF finally making an impact here. Maybe a little bit too late. Another bomb coming in as well.
Well absorbed.
Not enough DPS.
This is where a little bit more of just another phase. When you get them down to that 1.5 bars, you have to figure out something else. You can't just leave them there. That's like doing no damage at all.
Yeah, and I mean, so SNIFF should just focus purely on the front line here. They're obviously, they can't connect and get finishing moves right onto this eastern side where Lugsy's currently standing, but look at all these Grovekeeper tanks and stuff overextending to the west. That would have been a prime target to hit, but it looks like the mage is down now. Lugsy and the boys are popping their overcharge. Damnation Pierce coming into the front lines of Zorn. Look at this comp on the western side.
Very
1 bar
well
health,
done.
but not enough.
I think
DPS
at least one
follow-up,
went
and the
down.
returns
saw
coming in now. Both sides.
one
Him.
down from VALON there. I think that's all that fell from either side of that engagement.
Yep. A lot of defense is going to get burnt here. Obviously, I believe VALON are playing off 2 different sets of cooldown. They do have Ogleave here with them as well. Here comes their next wave of SNIFF, though. Mighty Frogs bombing over the wall, finally connecting, getting some kills. The return Camlands coming out onto those Cloffies on the wall here. Big Brimstone going to connect, but defense, or actually, no, that wasn't even their defensive locus there. That was actually an offensive locus. I don't know what that was for, because I believe it was like 2 months ago when that change came in. The locus no longer purges.
It doesn't do that anymore. I mean, if you're going in deep with the melees, it can be effective to throw down an offensive locust and get in there on top of your opponent, but that's not what we're really seeing here. I have heard that the Bridled Furies are becoming really, really effective in these groups as a third wave, but that's not what we were seeing there. And that's when you would throw down your offensive locust, when you're sending in the Bridled Furies.
Yep, get those melees, make sure they're A-okay on the front lines. Obviously, there was a big wall in the way. Looks like Lugsy is going to be taking the south angle now. A couple more guards to kill. Trying to get a bomb or 2 over the wall here. Probably not going to connect with anything. Like Ogilvy is wrapping around to the western side of the territory now. Some returns coming in. There comes the Brimmies, but defensives are down right away. You have the Command Mammoth. Defensive, 2 Judicator armors down, and a defensive locus on top of all the heals that were coming out. It's just going to give the front lines just a wee tickle. Now the guards are once again main focus of this fight here, as another blob just zoned in on the southwest side. Who's that coming in? It's going to be the homies, the Gringo Alliance coming in, and I believe they are still allied here with SNIFF. And here we go, engagements onto the backline as Gank Order make their permafrost felt, causing Lugsy to focus his full attention now onto the homie group that did zone in. SNIFF, if anything, should be pushing out the territory. Lugsy needs to clear this backline. We know how effective the homies are in ZVZ. This could get messy real quick here.
SNIFF is taking its time coming out of the territory. They have come out, but they're not well organized in this pursuit. Very spread out, very discombobulated.
Yeah, but I mean, there we go. Finally, I see Mighty Frogs coming in on the north side. Big Camlands to the north, though. Lugsy and the boys of VALON need to make a choice of what they want to push through. It looks like it's going to be southeast side onto the homies. Carry on pushing, forcing friendly fire to come into effect here. Obviously, homies and SNIFF working together, but outside of different alliances, so friendly fire is enabled. Dorn making full use of this as he carries on pushing his Zerg to the southeast side. Random DPS coming out left, right, and center. It looks like homies, though, are falling, but they are getting a regroup to the north side, allowing Zorn get a little bit of breathing room coming in. Ogleaf now coming in as the third wave. Look at that. The massive deletions onto homie on the north, but we got SNIFF wrapping around on the northwest side here, Shozen.
Let's see if SNIFF can make this an effective push. They are right here, and they're in position to do good work for their alliance. Let's see if they can make this happen. Nope, very slow. Right. Let's see if it follows up.
Yeah, on the eastern side, though, we got another group, Make Albion Great Again. They are making their presence felt as they engage onto Ogleaf on the eastern side. Lugsy looking to get some DPS output onto them. It's going to be a nice little deletion coming in. Mighty Frogs, though, looking to engage from the southwest side. Defensives are coming in. Those knockbacks from the Command Mammoths are being utilized to their fullest here. Lugsy and the boys of VALON in full kite mode now, trying to get a regroup here, utilizing some of the natural choke points of the forest map itself. looking for a turn and burn. Some big clumps coming in. They need to be careful. It looks like they are looking for a turn on to make Albion great again on the northeast side with Ogleaf. Zorn, though, full attention onto Mighty Frog. Some big snare charges coming in. There comes the Camlands as well, but his DPS and follow-up CC very, very late on that engagement. The back and forth. Another regroup coming in here for VALON. Ogleaf, the main force now, it seems, as looks like Luxie's group is dwindling down unless they're extremely spread out here and a little bit lost. They are spread out to the eastern side, a little bit behind of Luxie here, but here comes those Bride of Furies that we were talking about, applying that pressure onto the backlines. Big snare charge into this clump here. The DPS follow-up is the deletion onto the Mighty Frogs. They just got squished by Zorn. Very nice engagement indeed.
Impressive how well Zorn has been able to maintain their Zerg here when completely surrounded on two sides. They had the homies to one side, they've had Sniff to the other, and yet they've been able to effectively weave between these two fronts and never get wiped out by either of them, or just as importantly, lose too many members to maintain a significant push. As we're seeing here, I think we're going to see some kills here as it looks like Colbert is going to go down. Yes, him and all of his friends who were in that clump are going back to town. They're going to have to get back out here soon. They got squished.
Yep, and the pressure is applied here as VALON carry on the push towards territory with 4 minutes to go until the territory can be claimed here in Timber Slope Dell. VALON need to get in there. They need to gain control, and then they can secure themselves the territory. But it looks like Sniff are going to be falling all the way back to territory defense here. A lot of them may get caught off on this choke point here. Ogilvy catching that group. Very nicely done with the DPS. Luxie looking to advance his forces in through a wild choke point, but actually no, he reads it really well here. Mighty Frogs actually have quite a bit left on the tower, and he's going to fall back just a little bit here. And I believe we still have action elsewhere in the world as Drick.
We have a couple of different bits of action here. I'm over in Farshore Bay and Hadrian's Wall. I'm going to put a name into chat here so we can maybe spotlight them as well as Drick.
Alrighty, yep. Drick just got a nasty engagement here onto Slam Dunk as I hopped on into Farshore Bay. Drick is actually here in Farshore Bay.
Yeah, he's fighting against Adrian's Wall.
Yeah.
I was actually poked by one of the members of Hadrian's Wall to come over and watch from their perspective. Nanatara is their shot caller, and we should add them to our list, they say.
Alrighty, let's add them to our list. They are fighting on two fronts here, so maybe we do hop onto his POV.
Yeah, they are the one inside and surrounded currently, so I think it would be good to watch them. Thank you, Bogul, for swapping over. Appreciate it.
Yep. Nice return
This
engagement.
other fight
to
is still going on with Luxie. There's a third party in here. Outnumbered have shown up against Luxie. Just an update on that fight. This is now the third different force they've had to fight here. Well done by Zorn. Really proving that they are, true veterans of Albion.
Indeed, and I hope to God that we caught that engagement on stream there onto that eastern side of the Ring Alliance.
This.
As Hadrian's War just went in. But they caught a little bit of return fire from one done on the western side. They are now forced back onto the territory. 1 minute 50 until the channel can begin here, either claim or defend. Oh, nice engagement. One done getting melted onto the front line. Very nicely done here by Idol Alliance. Just coordinated DPS, but can they survive the final push here as they're pinned up against the tower? Two-prong attack here from the east and western side. It looks like they're going to be able to stabilize for now. 1 minute 30. Can they hold on? Are they going to be able to secure themselves a territory here in Farshore Bay? We'll have to wait and see. They are launched on it. Actually, two different groups are launched on it. So, Fellowship of Albion and Ido are launched on it. Also, Archer launched on it. Okay. M3 are going to look for an engagement, though, on the western side. Once again, quite a few members of Ido going to go down as no defense is coming out, but they're going to look for a return engagement of their own. Some big camlands coming in here. The DPS, where is it? They got so many people low at the moment. Very nicely done here for the return engagement. This is not the M3R that we've been watching over the last couple days or weeks here. They are
Well,
getting melted here by Idle.
we don't know because we haven't watched a lot of Idle. We can't, just assume the M3R isn't playing well. We can, maybe give a little props to Idle here for playing well against a group we know is effective in ZVZ.
We're not wrong there, my friend. And Ring, it looks like they're getting pushed out on the eastern side as well. And it looks like Idle are going to be able to start channeling the claim here into for Far Shore Bay territory in 10 seconds. One done backing up. Looks like they're just restabilizing themselves, making sure they're ready to rumble. Like they're going to try and push it when the channel begins here. Looks like they're going to faux send the tanks. Nice defensives coming in already. Idle just waiting for the Cloffies to start stacking up here. Are they going to look for a faux engagement to the south? Defensive inertia rings coming out from both sides. One done now going to faux send it on the east. Some big DPS engagements from both sides. One done getting melted once again here. Going to lose one or two. I believe the Idiomatic staff actually saved them on that play. They don't have control of the territory here. Idle has now conquered the territory. A level 4. That mage is now up. It's going to be melting the front line. Idle, this is your time to turn and burn onto those frontline tanks. And it looks like One Done are going to be done here shortly as they are clumped and dumped once again. Look at this DPS output. No, the Hand of Justice dragged that whole entire clump out of the brimstone.
Oh, Robin, that's not the way. Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Call the doctor. He's having a stroke.
I am, dude. The amount of times I see Hand of Justices do that. Stop using them. But look at this. Look how aggressive Hadrian's Wall Idol is playing
coming
here.
out. They're coming out of the booth, Robin.
They're coming out swinging. They are getting KOs.
I like it today. This has been really good. Like I said, I have an interview with Angelique of One Done that will be playing tomorrow. We did that actually this morning, so it's going to be very, very fresh off the presses.
Indeed. It looks like Idol are actually going for a wraparound here. This is something that we rarely ever see happen when these guilds are holding territory defense. And look at this. One Done just engaged here. Pop those Night Helms. It's going to be a full engagement. Oh my god! Jesus, that was nasty. Idle playing out of their minds at the moment. Whoever this shot caller is, welcome to Albion. I'm definitely going to add you to my list. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing at the moment. It looks like we got a third party coming in as the Moroccos are engaging. But nice defensives coming down here from Idle. Going to soak up that engagement perfectly here. From a random 20-man bomb squad of Moroccos coming in. Nicely done. Very, very nice on the stabilization. Idle are now wrapping around to the western side. Looks like they're going for another play.
Robin, I appear to have missed something that happened over in this other fight as I'm looking at the corpse of the Great Lugsy.
Oh, no.
VALON is still holding on territory here. They're still on tower, but his corpse is still all I see. Bogul, you had something to say? Okay, that's a good sacrifice play there. Well done.
It is. Looks like One Done aren't done here
sacrifice.
yet. As Idle
getting caught by the perma.
Oh my god, dude! Look at the follow-ups here. Just disgusting DPS engagements.
Beautiful follow-ups. Yeah.
Their backline though getting bullied by those Brado Furies. The Bloodletter there looking for an execute, a random rat appearing.
Just a random rat.
He wanted those executes, bless him.
I'm surprised he survived.
A lot of focus fire protection coming in. Looks like Idle are going to be looking for their next engagement. I believe One Done may have backed out of this a little bit. I believe that blob over to the eastern side is going to be the Moroccos that we saw coming in earlier on. I wonder if they're going to stick around. It looks like we have another group here, the Ring group. Is this a random bomb squad? It looks like it. They are getting hunted. There's deaths happening on the far eastern side of the blob of Far Shore Bay. I'm wondering if that's a whole entire different group over here.
I'm seeing a lot of solos and rats here, just hanging around the content.
Yeah. That blob leaving to the southeast side, that's going to be Ring Alliance, level 17 disarray debuff. So they did have quite a few people in the zone, but not enough for them wanting to take a fight here. As Idol coming in big, Hadrian's Wall and Slam Dunk, showing what they can do here in the ZVZ.
Well done, Hadrian's Wall.
Look at this rat, dude. Look how much pressure gets applied, and he just walks out of it, dude.
Trap versus PoE right now on Syndic. Trap and Para making a nice size push here through the heart of PoE. And I want to catch this before it's over, because Syndic looks like he is on the run here and getting followed up on by these guys in Trap.
Trapper. That's
some say chat. Some say chat. Okay. Syndic going out to some lovely say chat.
Yep.
Yeah. And it looks like that fight's over.
Wow, so Trap have been going to town here on PoE at the 1800 time slot.
We might be able to head over to Arca Peach.
Yeah.
But I'm over on Drick, and Drick is fighting Ring.
Okay.
Like I got sent on an accidental tour, ended up over on Drick, and he is in the middle of more content and Far Shore back. A little bit smaller size, but still going on. And I don't know what these guys are doing. It looks like they're just standing here and getting slaughtered.
Oh dear. Ring did have a 17 level disarray debuff. I'm a newbie coming in as well.
This is going to be the end of it for One Done here. I don't think they're going to have any answer to this, as I Am Newbie is coming in force, Robin.
Well, they would have been able to survive. A lot more would have been able to survive if all that group to the northeast side wasn't combat looting here. I'm a Newbie now going to feel the pressure of One Done as the re-engagements comes in, but the Innomatic staffs and Locusts are down. One Done now wondering, Drick must be wondering what the hell is happening to his Zerg here. Finally, a little bit of a regroup. Why are you mounting up, sir? Your Zerg is on foot, so there you go. It looks like One Done just trying to back up away from it, just trying to relieve some of the pressure that's happening at the moment. Now they're looking for a return engagement. I believe Arca Peach versus Elevate now happening as Bogul gives an update down there. So Trap versus DIOR now. Let's see how they can do here, as they have a hideout under construction in this zone for Bella Ella.
Weird here that we're seeing, you know, DIOR come. This is the second time I've seen DIOR coming in after somebody fights against PoE and taking it to them, rather than trying to make a follow-up play on this, what is this, this coalition of anti-PoE? Seems like that coalition is no more.
Yeah,
like, there's no more anti-PoE war.
Like, they said they can handle PoE by themselves with the two guilds that they have. So they don't need a coalition. They're here to fight, and that's what we're seeing. Arca Peach, on the other hand, is regrouping his men here up on the cliff top. He needs to be careful. That construction phase hideout is very weak. Only a couple hammers it takes for it to come down. They have another 13 minutes of defending here. Yeah, they're in a good spot. I like this spot that they've chosen for it, though. Couple choke points, a nice little bit of elevation as well. Looks like PoE Score Tower back in the mix as they engage to the east, and Arca Peach comes streaming in and deleting Score Tower.
Did PoE even show up? It feels like they just came here to drop off some loot.
I don't know, dude. Like,
are they funding the rats now?
Oh god, chaos happening here.
I don't even know what we're seeing here, but I'm very impressed with Trap and keeping themselves alive here in a very, very precarious situation with both PoE and DIOR.
Well, DIOR is actually going into the static dungeon in Thunder Rock Draw. They're zoning in now. That's the blob separating and going into that static dungeon over there. I don't know.
Drick is onto another fight, by the way. I just want to, for Bogul on the second screen, perhaps, we have Drick now once again fighting RLNG after having pushed off One Done. This is after having pushed off I am Newbie, going on. I'm sorry, they are one done. Yeah, this is so hard to figure out with M3R switching sides like that. I'm very.
Oh,
I'll get
looks like-
I'll get the alliances one day.
Yeah, and look at this idle.
Idle,
just
that's another
down to
group.
That's
That's
could be
another
a
group.
nasty engagement. Drick. There you go. Finally connecting. You needed some camlands though to get those boys clumped. A little bit of a delayed reaction here from One Done. Idle now going to faux send up the choke point. That could be a devastating play. But it looks like it's going to work out. Is M3R are going to lose a couple members from their front line? But look at the return coming in. Idle need to back away from that choke point, relieve some of that pressure from your front line. M3R, Drick, I would, if I was him, I would have faux sent it down that choke point. They burnt so much on that play.
Well, here they go. They're sending a few down the choke. Nope, nope, that's not the way. Never send 3. Never send. I don't think that was a send, Robin. I think that was 3 guys wandering off in the wrong direction.
And it's like Drake is a little bit curious of
Well,
what's
he's got I
happening
am
to his
Newbie
nose.
over his top, Robin, with D's nuttiest.
Yep, and he did get bombed from I'm a Newbie before, so, you know, he just needs to play it pretty safe at the moment. They are going to go for a mount up and a wraparound, it seems. It looks like we have another bit of content with DIOR versus Elevate, if I'm correct. If Bogul's finding something.
Syndic is fighting, but we have Nanatara from Hadrian's Wall versus One Done, and I believe Syndic has backed off. Go back.
He's going to be fighting... What do we got here? What is happening?
This is not here, so
The southwest side, it's actually Trap here that they're fighting. Fahrenheim is
Yeah.
just to the southwest side. Syndic will be coming into them right now. Here comes the engagement onto the front line. Massive engagement, big DPS. Any return here from Trap? It doesn't seem like it for now. Actually, I eat my words. As Fahrenheim re-engage onto the front lines of PoE. Not going to find many though. Fahrenheim did lose quite a few on that engagement. Nice wraparound here from Syndic of CIR. Applying the pressure. Multiple different waves of PoE in the zone. Cluster Qs isn't activated, and I think escalation will be coming in here pretty soon. Actually, Elevate, shall I say, of DIOR should be coming in pretty soon as well.
oh my God, this wave from Syndic here is wild, Robin.
Just
It
purple
is
name
a
tags there.
full screen moving down of names.
Same.
Meanwhile, I am still watching that situation up top, and it looks like my POV there did fall. So I'm going to have to find us another one over in Far
Okay.
Shore Bay. Probably, actually, you know what? I think Drick would still be online for that. Yes, Drick is still available. They'd be switching sides from Idle back over to One Done. But Drick is still alive and still pushing through Idle now. And without their shot caller, they don't seem quite as effective. You're seeing a lot of falling back of tanks without a lot of sending of slows. So this is going to be a little rough for them as they are getting hunted down until they can figure out who's shot caller number 2.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the map as well. If they keep going up the road, they have a decent choke point to their northeast side that they could use. It leads into a very nice cliff top, but it looks like Slam are looking for a turn here. Ido coming in onto the front lines of One Done. Permafrost connecting. Brimstone's raining down. One Done once again just getting slain here by the DPS coordination of Idle. Very nicely done. Trick, though, looking for a turn. Big Galaclap coming in, reflecting at that whole entire group. But look how much pressure that applied onto that group of Ido on the northwest side. But the whole entire group just got
Then
deleted
the
because
RLNG has
Ring.
come back. The
Ring-
third party has come back. And we've seen them fighting against both teams. So this is a true three-way fight here. One down now getting caught out here. Drick is going to be lucky if he survives this. I don't think he's going to. It seems like there are just too many people behind him. And I wish we had another POV from Hadrian's Wall there, but we don't. And I don't know if they're hitting the back side on this.
Shot caller is just returning now.
All right, then I'll head over to him again. I'm very surprised at how well they picked it up with that second shot caller and making that really good push back in when it looked like they were done. It looked like they were done against one done, getting pushed up to the north there. Very well done. There's a fifth party here.
God.
There's another group here, just a solo guild, acting as, how do we say, like, they're ruining the fun, but they're making fun. They're making fun for everybody. This is great. I love seeing 4 or 5-way fights. The lands are awakened, Robin.
They are indeed. Looks like Idol are just trying to figure out where the enemy is. Is it to their north side? I see a blob happening up there. No, that's just Idol. Might be over here. Bouncing around. Ring have a little group, but not enough. Another group of one done just came in. Actually, so you know that group of Moroccos that bombed that was outside of the alliance? They have now joined one done alliance. Literally just then. So they have joined forces. It looks like Idol, though, are going to be banking their glorious combat loot that they have attained today onto the tower. And I think everything's done here, unless Ring want to go up again. But I don't think so.
Very impressive fight by Hadrian's Wall today. Well done. I don't generally see them out in this size, so this was good to see.
Yeah, it's quite surprising.
Yeah, good stuff. Thank you for the content.
I am bouncing around seeing if we have any other content left. It is 16 minutes past the timer. We got cluster queue activated on Syndic as I go on a world tour. Remember that that trap hideout is still under construction in this zone. Is he just waiting for cluster queue? Is he gonna go full send? Trap are sitting on the hideout itself over here. Syndic just hovering around the door as cluster queue will send its next wave in shortly. Here we do have another group on the southwest door as well. So, matter of time. And yeah, I mean, major objective here. Trap moving themselves into Thunder Rock Droll.
So I just want to mention something that's going on in chat right now. We have Nanny Senpai shouting out Nanatara, fuck yeah, let's go. Hadrian Wall got Nanny now. They will slap everyone. And I'm confused.
Tamashi.
Is Nanny Senpai actually Nanitara or just a stan?
I have no idea, but Tamashi just rained through and slaughtered that group of Bella Ella here right next to the hideout, and we have another major blob of PoE coming up the road towards this battle, so it's going to be a three-way battle. Very nice return engagements here coming from Trap, applying the pressure. Tamashi should have his cooldowns up. They need to be careful, though. They're going to be the meat of the sandwich if PoE come in by the road to his south. Surely he's going to get that information shortly. Let's see how PoE play this out. I'm going to stick on Tamashi, though. It looks like there's an engagement to the eastern side. Is this true? Did I see AAA?
AAA, it's AAA, yeah.
Yeah, it
He's
is,
going
okay.
in deep onto AAA, and AAA and Trap are right up next to each other here. And PoE and Crimson Imperium Reborn are coming from the eastern flank.
This is going to get messy real quick here, as AAA and PoE working together, so friendly fire will be enabled for them. DIOR backing up west. Trap holding territory defense position, it seems, as Tamashi's group is rotating around. It looks like Trap Para coming in on the eastern side, looking for an engagement. A little bit sloppy and slow on that play. It looks like Tamashi, though, is going to go full focus onto the farm itself here, onto the front lines. Some big DPS coming out from both sides. It's going to be a messy engagement. CIR now come crashing in from the southeast side as well onto the farm plot. Both sides taking big casualties. Tamashi, though, has PoE in his sights on the east, as I believe Lost Legends group just engaged. Tamashi should have his cooldowns up looking for that turn, looking for that burn to the northeast side. We are clumping, but they're going to be able to carry on kiting. Nope, there comes the Camland into the clump. It's going to be a good night here onto CIR. Very nicely done. They're not out of the fight yet. They still have a massive force of PoE on that eastern side coming up that cliff top. And Tamashi sees it. He wants the blood here, Shozen.
He's got to get through these this chokehold here. But once he does, I think he's going to be able to flow right into PoE because they don't look to be backing off in any way.
They do not. He has Squirtle up to the northeast side fighting Trap still. It looks like full focus now switching.
Yeah, not going for PoE, going for Trap. Interesting here. I mean, this is something that I mentioned earlier. You know, if this keeps happening, where Elevate has the option to take on PoE, and they keep going against anybody else, people are going to start asking questions, because I'm asking questions right now. I'm asking questions, Robin. What the hell's going on?
It's your basic three-way battle. Like, Tamashi, there was no way he was going to go push east down that cliff top, because PoE had South Vision advantage, and it would have been a suicide play to push his whole entire Zerg. Wales had them clumped
And here
anyway.
he goes into the deepness of PoE.
There we go.
Proving me wrong. There's no agreement here. Just clapping the weak side. Just clapping the weak side. Okay.
Remember, DIOR is out for content. They will take it from anyone that they can. And I mean, why would you? You're not going to turn down a freeway battle here in Thunder Rock Drool. The hideout is now fully constructed here. The objective for Trap is completed. They are now moving into Thunder Rock Drool once a heartland of the PoE renter guilds here. A TA map, nice static dungeon inside of it as well. So, confirmed content moving forward 100%, I would believe, with the Trap Alliance, PoE, and now DIOR all going to be fighting for land and content here at 1800. So good for us.
Absolutely fantastic for us. I love seeing content. It is drying up as I'm hopping around, and a lot of people are already headed back.
Yep, I'm wondering if Trap are still holding defensive position here. It's a level 3 tower, so it's not too crazy with the guard push. Looks like a couple members of Trap are getting trapped here as DIOR is cleaning up some of the loot bags. I'm going to quickly hop into free roam cam as they rotate via the farm. So Bella Ella is still holding territory defense position just north of Tamashi here. On the eastern side, it looks like it's all cleaned up. Actually, as I take that back, PoE are wrapping via the hideout location. I don't think DIOR know because they're going in for an engagement. No, they just got work. The Diddy dancing. They're turning. They need to be careful. They need to full focus southwest side.
They are. They're moving back. They're looking at that as a significant threat. They're reminding us that they do have their brand new summer line available on their website. You can check it out there. I do suggest getting alternate tops and bottoms.
Indeed. Remember, big discounts.
Yep. Just type zip it in the field, and you will get a 20% discount.
God bless. Tamashi, though, steamrolling to the back lines of PoE, and look at those health bars just dropping from PoE here as DIOR make their play. PoE now split southeast to northwest. Now I was thinking the same thing there, Bogul, but the fight continues. Remember, Trap's still in the territory on the northeast side of this fight. It looks like their second
Trap has engaged into the backside of DIOR here. It's pretty significant. It's a well-done play by them. As they saw DIOR move down to attack PoE, they fell in over the top. Very successful engagement by Arcapeach.
Yep. Like, Tamashi's on the rotate around. Nice defenses coming in from the Grail Seekers and the Wind Wolves there, just slowing down the push. But they could find a nasty engagement here. Once again, defensives coming out from Bella Ella. Nicely done with the Grail Seekers, shutting down the push. Tamashi, though, he wants in. He's knocking at that territory door. He does have Dell on the northwest side as well, with Escalation pushing in as well. Like the shot caller of Bella Ella could get caught off guard here. He is knocked up and trapped. Like DIOR Elevate is taking the eastern side of the territory. Para now back in play as well. Cluster Q still activated here in Thunder Rock Draw. This has been an insane battle here, Shozen. This is a back and forth. Back and forth.
Yeah, this has been a wild fight. I'm really enjoying the content that we've had here on the AO War Report. It's been absolutely fantastic for, I would say, since the Lands Awakened released. It's been just a constant fight every day at 18 UTC. And this is just another prime example of fantastic content on Albion Online.
Indeed. And I think DIOR, maybe, I think they're calling it here. Or are they going for a reposition? Are they done?
I don't know. But we can tell that Bogul doesn't play with chat bubbles on because he was really confused by that DIOR comment.
Yeah. They actually, so Tamashi does the summer line spam, and you can see Lost Legends just to the north there doing the winter line. So DIOR, Elevate, shall I say, split with 2 different shot callers for their guild. So Tamashi has the summer line spam with the Bridge Watch icon, so it's orange, and then Lost Legends does the blue spam. So it's a real nice indication for the players, and it looks like Trap are getting trapped mounted.
Oh, no.
What was this play? Oh my.
Robin, I blinked for a second.
I know.
I was trying to find other content, and I have this on my other screen, and then thwap.
This is
Plus
a nice
the queue
bait.
updates in 2 minutes. Plus
Looks
the queue
like
updates.
Trap, though, are going to be able to stabilize. Look for a wraparound here. Tamashi's going to wrap around Para as he finds the back lines and an engagement over onto the cliffs. A very messy engagement. It's going to be some big camlands coming out. Defensives, though, are down for Trap. Nicely done. Return damage coming out thick and fast onto the front lines of DIOR. Looks like DIOR found a decent spot here. Watch out for that Icicle slowly moving through this whole entire clump. Oh my god, look how much DPS that does. I say it every time because it's probably the most underrated ice weapon in ZVZs at the moment. It's just so invisible and it does so much damage. You just drop and walk away. And it looks like a nice engagement. Bella Ella wrapping around on the eastern sides onto Dell of Escalation. A group of Fahrenheit to the southwest of Mashia. Trying to wrap around and now at the back of Bella Ella.
Robin, you're I don't know. Go ahead.
I think so. I think, yeah, where everyone was robots there. TeamSpeak taking a nosedive.
Yeah, let's head over. I'm heading over to the ZVZ show on Discord.
We're back.
Oh, we're back? Okay. Well, I just, when these things go, I'm always worried it's going to happen again in the next 5 minutes.
We'll see. If it happens again, we'll do a full switch over real quick. Be ready to fast type. But it looks like DIOR are pushing back Trap here. Trap retreating back to territory once again. It seems like. I don't think DIOR wants to fight on territory. That blob is separating quick. Are they fully pulling out here? Yep, Trap are mounted and going for that northwest door. They are out of here. They do not want to take the fight any longer than needs be. Way past the timer here as it comes into 1830 UTC. The hideout was up and done 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's just been a constant fight over content. No objective left to take down. We are past objectives at this point, Robin, by a good bit.
Indeed. And it looks
And I
like
don't
this
see
will
anybody
be
else out.
the final piece of content.
Yeah.
Here on the War Report, but it's not the final piece of content from the AOTV team. We have the daily show coming up next, followed up by the 5v5 Crystal League with Mr. Sean Tazik himself. So stick around for both of those shows. Gold codes will be given away as it looks like Tamashi's going to get himself a free Eagle here from Bella Ella as we close it out. But yeah, gold codes will be given away during both of those shows. So if you're looking to snag yourselves maybe nearly 4,000 gold sometimes, if you get lucky. It depends if Shozen likes you or not. You can, which equates to about 12 million silver. So it's a nice little bit of pocket change for you.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a good bit of change in your pocket.
Yeah. What are you guys going over for the daily show today?
Well, we have a good mix of content. We have some Reddit, we have some YouTube guides, we have a little bit of news. Mostly it's community today because the big news from Albion will be later in the week when we believe the patch will be dropping. So we will do a full patch day show probably later in the week. We're currently waiting to find out what day the patch will drop on, and we'll probably do the patch show the day after.
Sounds good to me. Alrighty. But if the audience is looking to find some of our past content here from AOTV, you can check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/AlbionTV, where you can find all the 5v5, 20 versus 20 Crystal League coverage, along with all the war reports and Invasion Day battles. We got the daily shows and interviews. But if you're looking to listen to the interviews, maybe in a different format, say MP3 on the way to work, on the way home from work, on the way to school, who knows? You can. Where can they find that too, Shozen?
They can find it over on soundcloud.com/AlbionTV or any place they listen to podcasts by simply typing in Albion TV into the search bar. If they do that, they will be greeted with over 100 interviews featuring some of the most interesting and charismatic individuals in all of Albion Online, as well as members of the Sandbox Interactive development team. So if you are interested in learning about how the game was made, the histories, or the politics of Albion, head over to soundcloud.com/AlbionTV.
Alrighty, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around for the Daily Show coming up in 15 minutes' time. But until then, have a glorious evening. Adios.